Comes to Brown, little give out there to Dean Muir. He's a man who's kept his jumper very clean. Comes to Hamer. Comes out wide to Cations it was, as the phone rings for that finally Winchelsea score. Comes off hands and a mark is taken out there by a man who looks horribly like Clayton Trotter in a long sleeve jumper, doesn't he?
He does.
But it's actually Nathan Kenyon.
It'll be Kenyon, yeah.
So Nathan Kenyon, an opportunity to score very early for Inverleigh, which is what they needed. They needed a couple before the end of that quarter. So Kenyon comes in directly in front. Will kick from about 40 metres. He started it out the right side. Is it going to make the distance? No, it's going to come off hands. Minor score to the Inverleigh side. They will go to 1-7. And what's the day? I love North Geelong. It must be my problem. Ball comes back in. Comes off hands. Michael Jennings takes the mark. Half-back flank. Brings it straight out in front of the scoreboard. And that's where it will go. Oh, no. Takes a left-hand bounce. Comes back in. Beats Primke. Comes off hands there. Going around the corner is Brenton Gillett. He'll bring the ball back in. But it is intercepted by Bowman. Bowman now kicks the ball long. Comes up wide looking for somebody. It's in the hands of Luke Parker. And he will get the free kick for holding. No, he won't. He gave away a free kick, apparently, and did not see that one, and Varsons is the one who's going to come up with the kick. So Varsons kicks the ball back. Oh, mark over the back nearly came to ground, but it was Primke again. Primke off hands to Jennings. Comes back to Primke, trying to find a way forward. Gets to Ricky O'Toole. He will deliver the ball to the half-forward flank, looking for and finding. Great mark by Julian Carr. And commentary. Carr comes into the forward line, and the mark will be taken by Josh Bowman. Bowman wheels around in front of the cricket nets, bends the ball back all the way, but can't get there, and Brett Ling for Inverleigh will mark in the last line of defence. Little give round the back corner there, and it comes to Grozdanovsky. He'll bring the ball out onto the clubroom side of the ground, but the mark will be taken out there by Johnson, I think it might have been. He runs off, kicks straight away, heading in forward again. Packer players form over the back. Ling gets a punch to it. Sponner off the ground for East Geelong, can't get it away. Snap off the ground. That was Luke Parker, and he will score a minor score.
They look like they're going to dominate East, I think, as Brett Ling comes in. Kicks another little short pass, and this time it finds its mark as the Inverleigh defence kick out towards the wing position. Beautiful mark taken out there. Can't see who that is at the moment, but he puts it up towards the half-forward flank, and it's over there to...
Millard, I think
that was. Bremner it was. Over it comes down to the wing position, and the half-forward now, East Inverleigh trying to get it forward. They scramble to kick forward, but it goes over the line and out of the pass to hit it forward on the chest. As they come in now, ball's thrown back in. Picked up by Johnson. I think this might be Bowman. Puts it out towards the back pocket. He's headed for the boundary line. Throws it in. Bolton probably gets a fingertip to it. Goes to Mawson. He picks up. That's his 500th kick, but it's a mark down here to Carr. Carr gets it on to, I think that's Dylan O'Toole. Dylan O'Toole puts it into the forward line. No marks are taken. Bowman picks it up. Wheels onto the left boot. He sees about 7 blokes in a row. And Dylan O'Toole has run onto it. Got the kick in the first place. Run on and got another one. And he'll take a shot for goal now about 40 metres out. Almost directly in front. They've had trouble kicking these today. So young Dylan O'Toole's got the chance to put one on the board for East. Here he comes. He's lining them up now. He's taken plenty of time. In he comes now. Going to kick with the right foot. Puts the boot into it. It's a lovely looking kick, but it's going to just drift off at the last minute.
And Zach Eccleton looks like he has relieved Brett Ling of the kicking in duties, and rightfully so, you would say. But he still has real no options. That forward press is on again by East Geelong. He's going to go straight up the middle into the corridor. Umpire McMaster's got to get himself out of the way at a great rate of knots, and then he's picked a free as his back was turned. That was an extremely good umpiring effort.
Must be wearing mirrors.
That was an extremely good effort, and the ball will come. I think they might have been to Grozdanovsky. Horrible kick, though, and Primke will mark it right in the glue pot in the centre of the ground. Pushes back Primke. Every run a game he has is going to be better for East Geelong. He comes out to be sparring partner in O'Toole, Ricky. He gives a little chip forward, and he will find Dylan O'Toole. O'Toole to O'Toole. He's on the half-forward.
Back to O'Toole.
Gives it back to Ricky O'Toole, and a little chip pass in. Oh, 3-on-1. Sponner was in all sorts of trouble there. Rickett wasn't probably your best option going forward. Comes off hands. That might have been Bremner that got the ball forward. Looking for and finding Adam Muir. Adam Muir says, what are you going to do? Oh, yes, that's for a young fella. He's dragged him forward beautifully. And sucked him Muir now with a 50. Sucked his opposition player in beautifully into crossing the mark. In he comes now. Oh, it goes across the ground with a chip kick to young Grubby in Billy Cations.
And he's going to kick from almost as far out.
Oh, he's probably got about 5 metre advantage. Probably the better wind side of the ground, I would think.
What's a bloke on the mark supposed to do when it looks like he's going to play on? That's
a difficult one, isn't it? So Cations comes in now from 45, puts the boot forward. Probably not going to quite make the distance. Comes off hands over the top, and that is another minor score to the Inverleigh.
He's had plenty of the ball today, kicks it to himself, and off he goes. Puts it up towards the half-back flank. Going to be a contest here. Ricky O'Toole's given a bit of a nudge, and he's been paid against him too. Probably use the arms, the hands in the back rule. I think that's Brown. Mud all over him, but we'll say it's Brown. Yes, it is, as he comes in, puts it up towards the full forward position, looking for a big mark, but there's players everywhere, and Chalice gets a nice little handball. Oh, he's almost caught. Back to Chamberlain. Chamberlain comes out now to Johnson again. He's put it back. Sorry, that's Johnson now. Johnson gets up very quickly, gets the right boot into it, puts it up towards the wing position, where almost a good mark is taken by McHenry. He couldn't quite hold it. Dylan O'Toole pounces on it. Gets a long handball out towards the wing. It's Parker now gets over to, I think that's Johnson, or might have been Parker again. Back to Bolton coming through the middle. Bolton puts the boot into it, dives it up and towards the forward line, hoping for another big mark. Spotter over the back, check side, and goals it. What a magnificent bit of play by Spotter.
I hate to tell you, it was Joshua leading ball back in the middle. Up they go. Oh, no one has to contest in the middle there. Comes off hands into Kenry. I think we'll get the race of that ball. Picked up on the outer side there by Holly, and again back on the ground probably for the second time to go. I think the second time we've called him. Comes to Gillett, and Gillett's kick, not a great one, and it comes to Williamson. He's played well in defence for East Geelong. Ball gets away now, comes to Alan Johnson, who's working off half back now. Little kick off the ground there by McHenry it was. Goes straight up in the air, and he has to rove his own ball almost. Big pack of players fall on the half forward flank. Umpire. They've played 4 in a row. Exactly that's the case. So Inverleigh will get the ball, bring it out to the scoreboard side of the ground, puts O'Toole under pressure. Whistle on play.
Something's happened behind the play.
On play, I think, not quite sure what might have happened there. I reckon it might have been Luke Parker's given a little one away. The ball is not going to go to Brown. It looks like it's going to go to no, it's Adam Muir.
I'm not quite sure how they could possibly get 50 metres out of that. Down the ground for a late one, but no way could they be a 50-metre penalty.
Regardless, Adam Muir kicking from a little bit shorter than where he did before. This time he will have a go at the goals. He's put the kick through that. It's going long again. It's not going to quite make the distance. Ansell can't take the mark. Comes off hands, falls into the square. Pack of players forms there. Hamer was underneath the ball there. Comes out. Muir's got an opportunity to lay a tackle there, Ken. But comes out to O'Toole. Ricky O'Toole brings the ball out wide, and we'll find Drew Hollian. Hollian goes back to O'Toole, who follows up with a mark. Kick goes forward there, looking for Bowman. He gets the ball. Good handball back in. I know it was just a little bit wide to bring the ball back in. I know that face. In it comes. Bolton will get the ball away. Comes to Primke. Breaks the tackle. Comes forward. Muir tries to get across but can't. Comes around the outer side of the ground there. And it was shot in again. Good little throw. As in it comes. Bolton wins the tab out. Goes to Holly in. He gets a quick left foot. Goes towards the boundary line. Or kick off the ground by the Inverleigh defences. Out there comes, I think it was Wise. Puts it up the boards now, and it goes out towards Garrard. Garrard, he gives it on to Muir, is it? Puts it in the right boot into it. He's looking up here. There's East Geelong players ever nearly a good mark there. Matter of fact, it is a good mark to Ansell, playing right up the ground. It's paid by the umpire. On the wing position now, puts it up towards their forward line, but a good mark in defence there by East Geelong. In the form of, I think it was Bowman again. Too high, big high tackle, and I think it was Mawson that got hit high. No, maybe not. It's Josh Bowman, the other Bowman, and he gets up pretty gingerly, has a look around. There's a couple of loose players. He decides to go long instead, puts the left boot into it. All up they go. It's a bit of a push. Play on's the call. Out they come. I think it's
Mawson taking off.
Through the head back there, but an umpire didn't fall for that, and the Inverleigh defence come out again. They're playing pretty good football down there. They're keeping them at bay. Is that all? Who's that?
Hamer with
Hamer. Out he comes now along the wing, puts it towards a half-forward flank position, and a good diving mark there taken. Off they go again. Muir left foots it. He's looking for Kenyon up there in the forward line. Can't take the mark. It's punched away to Cations. Billy Cations can't pick it up. He taps it in front of him. Get it off, son. He can't quite pick it up, and the defence come out to meet him. Doesn't cop a high one. Trying to stage look at the other end of the ground. And there it comes to Ricky O'Toole. Ricky O'Toole now. He gives it to Johnson. Johnson runs in towards the middle of the ground.
Nice little handball over to Chalice. Makes him run though. Chalice gets it over towards Bowman. Bowman will go onto his left. He does so. He's looking up forward. Almost a good mark, but out comes Ling. Gets a handball across. And the defence again hold up for Inverleigh. They're working overtime down there. Get themselves in a bit of trouble. Almost an interception, but the ball comes out towards the half-back flank. And it's picked up there by Hickleton, I think it was. Goes to Bowman, no, takes it off him. Gets on the left and swings it around for a beautiful goal. What a magnificent goal.
Back in the middle they go. McHenry probably got the best of that one down, but it comes down in the East Geelong advantage. Oh, good work there by Brown. Bustles through, but tackled just as he got rid of the ball, or possibly taken high. There was Toby Stewart, but Inverleigh will get the ball forward, and a mark will be taken by Adam Muir, who, has he done an ankle? No, just tripped over his own feet. So Adam Muir is going to have his third shot in the space of about 10 minutes. And he hasn't been able to make the distance, but he's only kicking from about 30 metres out this time. 45-degree angle, Adam Muir. Really needs to put this one on the board. Not so much for any sort of hope, but to get a bit of respectability back into this Inverleigh score. So Adam Muir approaches, kicks through the ball. Oh, it's not a good kick. It's a floating punt kick, but it's come off hands. Hasn't even made the distance again. Comes off hands, snap off the ground there by the Inverleigh player. Again, won't make the distance. No 10, I would think. Oh, he's paid the mark. Not going to buy any land off that gentleman. Out there, comes out from East Geelong to the outer side of the ground. It'll be in the form of Michael Davis. Gets off hands, goes around wider then and finds Stewart. Stewart takes the ball up wide and finds Sponner. He's racing all over the ground. He's coming a fair bit of ground, played fairly well today. Comes off hands, Hamer for Inverleigh. He'll bring the ball back in over the top. Brave by Inverleigh but couldn't get there. O'Toole comes inbound to Sponner. Off hands into Braden Sponner. Sponner to Sponner once again. A couple of times that's happened today. Over the top, too long for Bowman. Comes off hands there and that'll be Drew Hollian running for the ball. Comes to Josh Bowman. Gets a little bit of space. Goes back around. Comes over the top back to Hollian. He's going to snap over the shoulder. It's going to turn too far. And Zach Hickleton will take the mark. Oh, silly handball. Hickleton over the top but the Ling, but it's going to come off. Ling gets the ball away and it will come out there to Thomas, was it? That's what's occurred. And I think, yeah, that's what's occurred. Umpire McMaster's going to restart play right in front of the Inverleigh coach's box. Yes, He is. So up we go again. Up goes Bolton. No one really got the benefit of that. Came down at Bolton's feet and they all dive on the ball. Inverleigh player, I think it might have been Garrard, came out with the ball. And I think he might have got one in the back. No? No, yes, no. Backer's got the ball now, I would think, on the outer side of the ground. Looking for somewhere to go. Again, bottled up by this East Geelong press. Heads down the home side wing. Over the top, the back there was Primke, but it's come off hands to Inverleigh. They'll knock the ball forward. McHenry, he's got a bit of a clear run here. Oh, he's going to be run down if he's not careful. He gets the ball away. It's a good, solid lead.
Could be a free.
And that will be a free, and that is a free kick, I reckon, to
Kenyon.
Nathan, is it?
Yep.
I think?
Yep.
Yeah, it is Nathan. The boy that does look like Clayton Trotter. He's the new Clayton Trotter. He's got the long sleeve jumper on.
I'll tell you what, they moved that ball quickly through midfield, didn't they?
When they move it well, and they've only done it 3 or 4 times, when they do it, they look so much better for it.
It's hard for someone like Chamberlain to defend when it's just coming straight at Kenyon like that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Nathan Kenyon from as good as 50 on the arc he is. Sends the ball too close to the man on the mark. Too close to the man on the mark and was smothered. In there was Bremner. He can't get around his hobby. He turns circles, tries to find Hamer but can't do it. Intercepted. Comes back to O'Toole. He's going to put East Geelong back into attack. Sends it forward. Carr can't get the ball. Dean Muir, he will pick up. Centre of the ground. Oh, little gee, their disposal's been poor at times today, Inverleigh. And it'll be Primke who cleans up. Oh, O'Toole, I think it might have been taken very high. No, it was not. It was Toby Stewart again. He was taken high, gets the free kick. He will find Carr, who does a great little juggling effort at centre half forward and comes up with the mark. Millard, he can be a tired boy at the end of this day, I think. He goes out wide. The kick wasn't great, and the mark will be taken out there for Inverleigh by Brenton Gillett. He will come back into Millard, and he will mark at the true centre half back position for Inverleigh. Chips in, finds young Grubby's boy in Billy. Billy, Cations that would be, sends the ball out wide. Looking for a one-on-one contest and a good mark out there to Seed, I reckon that might have been. I don't care if you've only met him once. He's your boy now. So Seed sends the ball long into attack. Looking for the ball over the back was Kenyon. Can't do the work. Varsons lays a tackle on O'Toole. Ricky with the ball. He'll bring it out wide. Comes to Johnson. 1 bounce, 2 bounces. Brings it straight out in front of the commentary position, which we like that. And umpire Charlie Irwin. It's like a cricket review.
For him to get there, there's only about 3 at the contest for about 3 minutes. As Big Millard probably gets the best of that tap out, goes down to Gillett. He's going nowhere. He's picked up and a ruck contest to go up in. He does that and probably loses the tap out that time to Millard. Millard does his own roving, gets a boot to the ball. Luckily, it goes to Hickleton. Hickleton doesn't look well to me still. Handballs it across. It comes out of defence now over to Billy Cations. Billy Cations steadies, now moves around onto the right boot. Kicks it out towards the wing half forward area. Almost a beautiful big screamer, but they're no good today. Stewart picks up the ball. He's looking over there for, I think it's Sponner again. Sponner picks it up now. Oh, he's got an open run in front of him. He puts the left boot into it. He's looking for a teammate there, but can't find him because Millard cuts across. He's done a power of work, Big Millard, and out they come again. Inverleigh. They're really trying hard down there, and a nice little mark out there to Hamer. Former Victoria, Rupert Hamer. Rupert. And there's a free kick now. It'll be picked out to go to Inverleigh as away they go. Out towards the wing position, half forward flank. I don't know who that was, but he's not going anywhere. And a fierce tackle by the East Geelong defence, and umpire McMaster's the ball up. Up they go. Bolton pushes his opponent out of the way, but they said that's okay. Comes down. No one can pick it up. Goes to Stewart again. Stewart's been pretty good this quarter. Gets a handball out to Mawson. Mawson left boots it up towards the half-forward flag. He was looking for Bowman, but it went over his head. 3 or 4 Inverleigh players. Millard gets to the ball. It might have been Hickleton, sorry. Gets the ball over now. Oh, he's playing a bit of cat and mouse, this boy, but he gets around. No, he doesn't. Great tackle, and he's been caught hold the ball.
That was Zach.
Zach Hickleton probably held on to it a little bit longer. I thought he got the handball. Nice pass, comes out to Johnson, has drifted down from the back line and bangs through another one for the East Geelong foot.
Back in the middle of the ground we go. Up they go. Oh, there's going to be some tired boys coming out of the middle there. Millard gets up and does some good work again. Gets the ball to Dean Muir. He'll send the ball out wide. I think out there might be one of the Gillets. We'll pick that ball up, comes off hands. Tackle there, Varsons. But Primke does the work, and we'll pick up there for East Geelong and comes off hands. Brown in the middle there for Inverleigh, and we'll draw a free kick. Reece Brown, some bullocking work in and under, and gets the opportunity. Kicks the ball out wide and finds a little lead, and finds Brenton Gillett out there. He'll get a chip kick forward looking for Kenyon. Kenyon picks the ball up one-handed, good work, gets it away. Under great pressure, 3-on-1 here. Gillett's got the job in front of him, particularly when it's Chalice with the ball. He'll get the better of it and goes over the top. Good work there by McHenry. I think the ball might have been out there. Young Mackenzie, Buchanan and Chalice with the ball. 3 bounces, 4 bounces as he runs up the wing. Make it 5 bounces, and we'll all be there for the auction. Goes along and forward looking for Carr.
Jeez,
Can't find it. Cannot find it whatsoever, and finds Grozdanovsky, in fact. He'll get the ball away and come inbound to McHenry. Again, true centre-half back position. Will drive it through to centre-half forward. A little bit long for everybody. Mark should have been taken there by the Inverleigh player. Comes off hands, tries to bustle it away. You are gone, sunshine. And that would be Lockie Perrott, I think that was, that had the ball and could not do enough with it. Bring the ball back on this side of the ground and find Johnson. Comes over the top to Davis. Could be a little bit of pressure born, but he gets the ball away nicely. Looking for Josh Bowman. Fantastic signal though. Back in the ball comes with the boundary umpire. A bit of a flat throw. That one comes to O'Toole. He roves it well. Gets a little chip away. Little handball to Dylan O'Toole. Goes in. Can be a one-handed mark by Carr. He can't pull it off. It's still in East Geelong's paddock though. Picked up by Chalice. Always dangerous. But a goal! Chalice will kick his first. And East. Back in the middle we go. Bolton will get the best of that one down. Comes to O'Toole. Ricky gets it to O'Toole. Dylan smothered though as he kicked the ball away. Came in through hard was the Inverleigh player in Perrott, I think it might have been. Underneath it all is Varsons. Who's going to get the ball out? They fall on the ball. Comes out to East Geelong. Again out the back was O'Toole. He's almost playing a quarterback role. It's just fantastic to Johnson. He'll get the kick away going forward, but leading in the race for the ball. I should have marked that was McHenry. That was poor by the Inverleigh player. Comes off hands. Players fall on the ball. Underneath all of that, I think might have been Thomas. Can't get the ball away. Comes off hands. Kick forward to East Geelong's advantage. Primke's underneath it. Good work there over the back though by Bremner, who does some solid work. Spiner comes up with the ball though at the 50-metre arc. Goes backward to inside 50. Over the top came the Inverleigh player was Perrott, but he comes up with it. Was it Sponner? Was it Sponner? Was it Braden Sponner came up with the ball? Good pick up there. Comes around the back line there, and it'll be Grozdanovsky to relieve to the outer side of the ground here, and come then to Gillett. Gillett with the ball right in front of the cricket nets, the Geelong City cricket nets. Made a couple of big signings. Across the ground we go. Oh, I'm doing cricket commentary apparently, Kel, so I may as well get right into it.
Why not?
Across the ground, he hickled and out the clubroom side wing, and a mark will be taken there in defence by Primke. A lot of poor kicking has gone on in terms of delivery today. Strong mark by Josh Bowman. The opposition player is standing right on the 50-metre arc, so it'll take a good kick from there. And that's not the kick we're looking for, but it was a flat punt, and that's gone over the top. And I reckon that is a mark to, is that Carr?
Yep.
A mark to Carr. That is possibly one of the worst kicks forward you've ever seen in your life.
Absolute floater.
And it has landed flat in Julian Carr's hands.
It's a difficult mark to take. The ball
It's done well.
It's spinning, I can tell you that.
He's done exceptionally well to mark it. The Julian Carr will not miss this. I know I called that before when we were 4 metres from goal.
Not this time.
But he is directly in front, and through it goes, up Richmond Crescent. And that is Julian Carr's first minute's gone. So at that juncture, 3/4 time, 11-14 East Geelong, 1 goal, 8 Inverleigh. Goal kickers